Today I'm going to show you how to set the rocker arms on this Ford 300 inline-six. So these are the factory rocker arms, and it's said that you're supposed to torque them down to 25 foot-pounds and you're good. But when I had this running last, I torqued them down to 25 foot-pounds and I had multiple misfires. This thing started running like crap, but it wasn't before I torqued these down. And what I ended up doing was backing them off, doing it the way I'm getting ready to show you, and it ran just fine. So let me show you what I did to tighten these rocker arms down. And this works for just about any other engine with these style rocker arms or even roller rockers. The rocker arms we're working on are these front two, cylinder number one. We're gonna start by removing the spark plug, taking my handy dandy screwdriver, sticking it into the piston, and rotating the motor over until this thing's at top dead center. Now, as it's coming up on the compression stroke, the screwdriver will scoot up until it hits the top of the cylinder. Once the piston comes up, it will stop for a second before going back down, and that's exactly where you need to be. That's when both of the lifters are even and the valves are closed. Before I bolt these rocker arms down, I like to put a little blaster multi-purpose grease on each of the rocker arms pivot points. These old engines don't get instant oil pressure when you first crank them up, so the grease gives you the first layer of protection and keeps the metal from rubbing dry on first startup. For those of you who do not know, each cylinder has an exhaust port and an intake port, and the rocker arms are what's controlling that from opening and closing. One side lets the air and gas in, the other side lets the exhaust fumes out. Obviously that's too loose. What you're gonna do is we're gonna tighten this down, okay? And we don't want this to move up and down or anything like that. We're just gonna tighten this down until there's no more up and down movement. I tighten each rocker arm down until the push rod stops moving up and down, but I can still spin it freely between my fingers. That's supposed to be zero lash. Now look, I go too tight. Now this thing barely wants to move. This ain't moving around. Push rod ain't spinning. Back it off a little bit. We're good, right? So now I want to go like that. Then go a quarter turn. You're good. Now, the big reason I think we were having a misfire when I just torqued them down to 25 foot-pounds is because this valve train's stock from the factory, and I think between the lifters, the springs, maybe even the rocker arms themselves, the whole system's just kind of worn. I mean, we're turbocharging this because we want to see what this stock setup could handle. I mean, we've already got another motor planned out that's, you know, gonna get better pistons, better rods. I mean, the cranks kind of is what it is. Better cam, a better head. So, you know, we want to see what this is going to do, but you know, if it blows up, it blows up. But I think the reason it was running so bad when we torqued it down to 25 foot-pounds is just because this factory valve train is just that worn. So this is a tried and true method. This works for pretty much any other motor with these style rocker arms or even roller rockers. And you just do that and then you turn it over a few times, get the rest of them, and you're good. So that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys have any more questions, ask them down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching HoodBilly Garage, and I'll see you next time.